Hmm. Is the stream started? Alright. Alright guys, welcome to my stream. Thank you for joining if you have. How are you guys? I hope you're good. If you didn't notice already, you could join me in taking down enemies and or getting first place. I hope you guys actually do come and join because it'd be really fun to play with people outside the stream. Awesome. If you have a YouTube channel, I could probably give you a shout out. And whoever watches me can like the channel. Oh, cool. One more thing. That looks neat. I like this one. Alright guys, today I'm going to be playing PUBG as first person. I don't know why, but I like it better. It's way better. I forgot what season we're in. Season 2. Alright, so I'm gonna get into minutes real quick. So I know it's been a while since I've actually posted a video, but to be honest, I have no excuse. I've just been real lazy, which is why I'm going back into it now. And I don't really get as much support as most big YouTubers, so it hasn't really put me in that kind of situation to where I have fans yelling at me because I'm not on. I don't really have anybody to kind of remind me. But that shouldn't be one of my excuses about anything, because to be honest, I've been lucky. But I want to fix that because I have gotten some motivation. I've seen that other people can become a YouTuber just by setting up an account and posting videos. I've been posting videos for quite some time with a bunch of guys on there. My best video was the one that got a bunch of quite a bit of views for me. It was my first Call of Duty video. I'm sure whoever watched it knows about it and remembers it. And if you don't remember it, that's fine, because if you don't watch my channel after that video, I'm sure you have reasons, because to be honest, I find myself to be a very boring YouTuber. Because I'm not a screamer like most YouTubers, because I know Jacksepticeye, Markiplier scream a lot, but they're not really faking it. They have that passion to just be themselves. I want to be myself as well, but if I try to be myself in public, it won't really work that well for me, because I always get so nervous, and it's always so bad for me, because I won't actually have a good time, because I'll be just sitting there thinking about how I could actually interact with people instead of actually interacting with people. And so it kind of gets in the way of my day, because I just stop to actually please everybody else, and I never actually please myself. I'm always just sitting here upset because I can't really do anything that I want, because I haven't actually put anything into it. But also, that is my fault, so. But I will be trying harder to actually make my dream of becoming a YouTuber come true. I am a YouTuber, but I want to become bigger. I want to become something or somebody will recognize. Cause I mean, I don't think anybody's gonna recognize me at this point. Not yet, at least. And I'm not saying I'm doing it for the fame. I'm doing it because I love gaming and I want to share my love with the world. But other YouTubers are kind of already doing that. So it would be kind of difficult for me to actually get out my content because while you guys are watching them, I'm still stuck in the shadows. But every YouTuber starts somewhere, and I've heard that from a lot of people. I just don't like having to be underneath everybody. And I also don't want to be number one because being number one, people expect too much from you. And I know I've been rambling on for a while, but I don't really know how to add on any commentary to my videos because I'm not very good at commentating. I'm a very focused person when it comes to games. Is that a person? No, it's a bike. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna stop rambling. I will be trying to post more. Thank you to those who supported my channel. Thank you to the subscribers. I believe I might get one. I haven't checked because I haven't been on in a while. Pretty sure I found out, but really? Why? Why? You can't just pop up in front of somebody while they're trying to get on a bike. Actually, you know what? I would do the same thing, so whatever. Also, if you are watching this stream, I highly appreciate that you actually took your time to come and watch my stream. Wow, dude. But again, thank you to everybody who has supported me. My family also supports my idea because my little brother, he's trying to start his own YouTube channel. My sister Mandy and my sister Kirsten have their own YouTube channels, but they posted like so long ago that they don't really have anybody watching their content. They've had people who viewed it, but they don't have constant people. They get views over time. And I barely have any views because I mean, let's face it. How often do I post? Not very often. Ah, dang it! I just started rambling now. I'm that type of person that won't let a topic go. But in the end, it's all well thought out. Some people will think, oh, you came into this very unprepared. To be honest, maybe, but I wouldn't know what being prepared to join YouTube is like. Do you just like buy all your YouTube equipment before you start your channel? Because I'm kind of at a loss with that one. How am I supposed to like actually start a YouTube channel like randomly have equipment and like be that one person who's like, oh look, I have this equipment, why don't I just randomly start it? I don't, but I did find out that my roommate has a camcorder and he lets my mom's fiance use it. So I wanna see if I can use it for my channel because I don't actually have any camera for recording. All I have is my phone, and if I use my phone, I have to take up more storage, and the more storage I take up, the less videos I can post, because if I try to post anything, it'll be at least 2 minutes, and I don't want to post any 2-minute videos. That's why I got this app a long time ago, because I can stream and actually record and send this to YouTube straight away, instead of having to record, share, and edit. Because, to be honest, if I were to actually get every bit of equipment needed, I would be so much better off with my YouTube channel. But right now, starting is basically more of an unprepared thing. You're never prepared to start anything, unless it's school. School is more of a whole like. I went through this whole process of learning things. I can basically see what the next year would be like. And to be honest, nobody's new to school unless you're under 4 years old? It depends on when you start school. Or if you're homeschooled. But me, I actually have to go to pre-K the second year because my birthday is after September 3rd. It's September 29th. And Yeah. Oh, sorry. I do know that it wasn't very difficult for me to then reach whenever I got held after an entire year. Because to be honest, if I didn't, I wouldn't have the good friends I have now. I wouldn't have found the person I love the most, besides family. My family members are always there for me. They really do help me out in times of need. My little sister may be a little stubborn and kind of rude, but she does help in her own way. She always knows what's going on because she herself actually produces a lot of drama in her own life. And it's really, to me, to be honest, instead of looking at it as the whole, she's got problems, I looked at it as annoying because she said she hates drama, yet she starts it. I mean, I'm not one to judge, and I really don't like judging because then that leaves people open to judge me. But, I mean, there's no point in being afraid of judging people if all they do is judge you. But I wouldn't recommend it because, like I said, it leaves them open to judge you. Okay, so, oh, whoops. To be honest, if people have their own problems, I'm not going to get upset with them. But I don't want them talking about it all day, every day. Because when you talk about it all the time, it kind of gets old and people get annoyed with it. And I'm not saying that they won't help you. They're most likely going to help you, but they're going to do it with less, what's it called? Ambition to help, I don't know. But they're not really going to want to help because, to be honest, if I were to help somebody who's constantly going back to doing what I just helped them to get out of, then I would be pretty upset because if I had helped them get out of it, I wouldn't want them to go right back to it. And it doesn't upset me that people have their own problems because of course they're going to have their problems. Everybody's got problems, and if you think you're perfect, you got another thing coming. Because to be honest, nobody's perfect. Literally nobody. Even if you try to make the perfect person, you'd probably mess that up and create a psychopath. Either that or you create an alien. Well, not really an alien. You wouldn't create an alien because then it wouldn't be an alien. It'd be a monster or an amoeba that's trying to survive. And if you do try to kill it, of course it's going to come after you. You can't just expect things like that to, slide through its mind and be like, oh, well, it's not just going to sit there. Nothing is just going to sit there and let you kill it. Unless it wants to get taken out of it, and get put out of its misery. I mean, of course, I have been, randomly going into different subjects by accident. This is just how my life has been. I talk about literally everything in, the span of 20 seconds. I mean, I know it's been a lot more than 20 seconds, but I do ramble on a lot. But I'm not upset about it. I love talking because it's a way to get out my feelings. And I'm not really good at getting out my feelings because I am afraid of what people will think. To be honest, oh well, if you want to take me down, go ahead. I'm not really gonna get mad at you because plenty of people have, and bullying and calling people names is nothing new to me. People do it all the time to me. It doesn't mean that I do it. I don't do it. I mean, I may tease my little brother, playfully, but I don't do it with intentions to make him hate me. I don't do it intentionally to hurt him. I do it to kind of toughen him up, because he is no offense, but he is a baby. Because our father did, baby him for his entire life. And people that get babied, I don't really like the fact that they get babied, because of course then they're going to make other people upset because that other person gets thrown in the dirt while their sibling gets babied. But that's if you have a sibling, or if that actually happens to you. I mean, if you do have a good life and don't really have any problems with what's going on, I'm not going to stop you from living life to fullest. I think I may have been talking about a lot of things that could possibly make people depressed, but the only way you'll become depressed is if you take it to heart. And to be honest, I would give you my advice, don't take other people's problems to heart. they ask you for help, you can help them. I'm not gonna make you help them, I'm not gonna make you help them. But it is very appreciated to help people because people prefer to actually acknowledge people doing some things for attention. And I understand that they want attention, but doing outrageous acts like anybody else would is kind of, I don't want to sound rude, but I also don't want to sound too nice about it, because like, it's stupid. I'm serious, it's stupid to do things outrageous just because you want attention. If you want attention, you ask for it. You don't just set yourself up in some bad situation just to get help, which can cause you to have attention. People who do that are most likely scared to ask for attention because they feel like they're gonna get judged because they want what people sometimes don't want to give them. And I understand that completely. Of course, you're going to want something that people can give you. To be honest, obviously I have asked people to give me attention that they couldn't give me. My mom does work a lot, but she does find time for us. So, to be honest, I couldn't really ask for anything else from her. I love my mom, I love everything she's done for me. I love my siblings because, I mean, what's there not to love? They are all successful with what they're doing. Although they may not pay attention in school, they now try their best to actually do something right, and it's so amazing that they've gone through these changes. They may be really young and still going through the process of growing up, but everybody starts somewhere. And you know, it's very difficult for me to see my siblings go because, of course, I'm not going to want to lose my family because I love them too much to let them go, which is kind of why I felt so upset to move to Tennessee, but also happy at the same time. Also, if you guys didn't know, I do now live in Tennessee. But they have a 6x scope now? Okay, like I'm saying, it depends on what you want. Because, like, I got so upset because I felt like I was going to throw it because I was thinking about moving away from family, and the thought of that actually makes it so difficult for me. Like, just sit still. I can't stop thinking about it because I'm going into high school at a new place. And it's, like, very difficult for me to imagine leaving everybody behind. But at the same time, I'm also looking forward to the new things that can come with a new school. And with a new school comes more friends. And I know it's been very hard for my family because my mom's been working really hard. My older sister ran away so she could stay down in Buford to finish school there. And that was a very hard time for my entire family. We didn't want our sister to go away or my mom's daughter to her, and it was just so difficult for me to actually think that she left. I mean, I thought that she was gonna be back the next day. I was hoping, like, praying that she would come back, but in the end, all she did was come back to say goodbye, then left again. But I'm not gonna get mad at her because, of course, if she wanted to stay down there would have been some conflict between her, my sister, and my little brother, or her and my mom. But I'm not gonna get mad at her because, to be honest, if I wanted to finish school in the area, I'd probably do something kind of like that. But I'd also ask my mom if I can, you know, stay down there. And I wouldn't get upset with Kirsten because she's a very good person. She doesn't mean to hurt people, but she let the wrong person into her head. And I don't like putting people out there for discrimination and, like, for people to get mad at, but we have this one person in our life that will always, like, judge us for what she did. And it would get me so upset, and I would get so upset with my little sister for caring about this person. And it was difficult to think that they would actually, like, it was so difficult for me to see that anybody, it was so difficult for me to handle the situation, and on top of that, not only the person, but their kids were being just horrible, and I couldn't see us getting out of that type of situation. And so I was always like so upset. It was so difficult for me to handle the situation. And I didn't hate the person, I just very much wanted them to stop being so bad. I mean, if you're gonna be a dictator of the house, it's really gonna be difficult for them to actually get respect and have people actually helping them. They're having people giving them stuff instead of actually, like, them working for it. And they never once actually discovered what responsibility was. Even when they had 4 or 5 children, they still didn't know what responsibility was because they wouldn't take care of them. They would leave them inside there outside, smoking a bowl, or just playing Dungeons and Dragons. I mean, Dungeons and Dragons is a very good game, but I mean, if it's going to cause you to leave your children there, I'm sorry, but if you're going to just skip out on taking care of the bundles of joy that you pop out, then you're not really using responsibility. You're not really gaining any responsibility. And I know I don't have any room to talk because I don't have any children. I'm only 14, but I have taken care of people's children before. Whenever I was younger, there was a woman named Alexis. Her child, Isaac, was born a month after she moved in, and me and my older sister Kirsten would take care of him every night. We would feed him all day. We would take care of him while she's sitting down on a computer playing video games all day. And I'm sorry that he never had the mother that he needed at the start of his life. And he was a really special child. He was amazing. He never complained about me and Kirsten being there. He would never cry unless he was hungry or unless he wanted, like, attention, because the only attention he got from his mother was when she was telling us to, like, let him sleep or telling us to get the food ready. And on top of that, she wasn't any better babysitter to us. She would slap me in the face if I said the fun word that my family would say for biscuit. We would say beaky instead of biscuit. And she popped me in the mouth a few times because I wouldn't say biscuit instead of beefy. And I just didn't like the situation. And I wanted my mom to do something about it, but my mom was busy with work, so she wasn't able to handle the situation right away. But I'm not going to blame my mom for anything because at least she was at work trying to do something. Alexis would lie and say that she's doing work on the computer and getting her job finished, but every time I would look over, there's solitary or solitaire, whatever you call it, or Warcraft, World at Warcraft. I don't really remember the name, but it was a roleplay game, and I would always get so mad at her for just leaving her child there. And she never put any effort until her boyfriend slash, I don't know, husband, maybe fiance now, Lunar, or John, until she met him. I mean, they did have a child together, but John was always at work because I think he was in the military. And I give props to him for actually coming home and actually trying to spend time with his I think, wife now, and child. And I'm sorry that he had to work so hard and get so little appreciation from his family. I mean, of course, at the age his baby was, the only appreciation he would get from him is if he fed him. But I'm pretty sure you do get a lot of appreciation from families nowadays that actually pay attention to you. And if your family is having any problems, try to think of what is actually going on before you jump to the conclusion of them being the worst people ever, or like not really having any time for you. Because of course, if your mother is abusive on purpose, then you do have the authority to actually call the cops and actually like stop that. I mean, abuse is not something to take lightly. I was abused by my father, but people would keep telling me he's not abusing you. He's just trying to teach you not to do those mistakes again. But if he was trying to teach me, I'm sure he wouldn't be beating me in order to get the point across. Because that's still abuse. And abuse is not very fun. I'm sure if anybody had watching now has been abused, you didn't like it unless it was more for pleasure than anything, but that's more of a different personal talk. And the fact that this happens to people on a daily, I mean, it's not right. And I wouldn't beat anybody, not unless they hurt me first and try to hurt me, because I only fight out of self-defense. And if somebody is hurting me, of course I'm gonna fight back. I'm not just gonna sit down and take it. I mean, I kind of went close with my dad. I wouldn't hit my dad. And you know what's dumb? People they take their power for granted. The person I was talking about, Jen, her and her 5 kids who got everything handed to them, she would always take her power for granted. And, like, would hold it against us. She would call us dumb, ungrateful. She'd say that she's older so she knows better. Just because you're older doesn't make you the all-knowing genius that is you. No, it just makes you older. Age is just a number. What makes you wiser is the amount of knowledge you have and how you help people around you. What makes you unique and special and smart is your personality. You have to build that yourself. You can't just ask people for that. You can't just randomly set that as your personality online and like not stick with it. I mean, if you're going to just set that online, you can't just be like, yeah, I'm nice. I'm a really good person. If other people don't call you a really good person, because if everybody is calling you a bad person and they have actual proof, then I'm sure they're telling the truth. Because if you're gonna call yourself a good person and not show it at all, I mean, there are people who have that image because rumors, but rumors are just dumb things that are thrown around because of gossip, because somebody else wanted to experience some excitement, drama in their life. And also, freaking, what's it called? Gossip is not okay. Unless it's talking about how cool something is, like, ooh, I got a new game. It's real fun. Just like I was with my family. I always tried to get them to download this game so I could play it. And to be honest, to my surprise, only one person out of everybody in my family didn't get this game. It was my little sister, because she thinks it's stupid, but I'm not gonna get mad at her for her opinion. Of course I'm gonna get mad because she just outright said it's stupid, but I'm not gonna hold it against her and call her a bad person, because people who do that are most likely having their own problems, and if they can't see that causing problems for other people is not gonna make anything better for them, then they clearly need help and need to ask other people to help them. Because if you're just gonna sit there and take the pain and then put it on everybody else, then you're never gonna get anything fixed. And of course, I wouldn't know what that would feel like, because nobody's ever actually like hurt me to where I want to bully anybody. I mean, if I want to bully anybody, I would have started by now. I mean, it's not right. Again, I know I've said that a lot, but there's just no stopping what people like to do just to see if it'll satisfy their misfortune. And I'm sorry, you can't just put that on somebody else just because you're having a bad time. And it doesn't help you. It won't help you. The more you cause problems for other people, the more problems you cause for yourself. Because if you're just trying to get attention because nobody will actually help you out with your problem, then you need to call somebody or like talk to a friend, because I'm sorry, you can't just hurt other people because you're hurt. Doing that only allows other people to hurt you even more because they know that it's working. And I know people have told me that because I did get mad at people. I have anger issues. I have really bad anger issues. And I've gotten mad at so much people, and I've held their own mistakes against them. And I do apologize to everybody I've done that to. But in another sense, it's also not okay for them to do the things they do to me. And I know talking about my problems is not fair to those who actually have problems worse than mine. I mean, I don't know how you get through life with the things that happen, but you're really, really a good person if you can actually get through your day without breaking down or hurting other people because other people are tearing at your sanity. I envy people who can control their anger to the point where if anybody made them so mad that they wanted to go on a spree of just beating people up. I would be that one person. I wouldn't be able to hold my anger. I'm pretty sure I'd be in trouble. And, I'm sorry. Because I honestly think I can be a very bad person. I really don't like how I've grown to be. I really don't like it. But I also do know that I have a lot of good things that I did. The only bad thing that I have going for me is the fact that I have really bad anger issues. That really holds a person back. Like, I mean, it can be funny, like, if you're playing a game and you rage and people laugh at it, of course. But anger issues do need to be cooled as well. They're not just for comedic value. They're not just there to like help you in a fight. No, they're actual problems that need to be helped. And I myself actually asked for help. I don't want to be like this. I don't want to have anger issues because my father has worse anger issues than me, and he holds it against me. He'll say, if you wanna have anger issues, I can show you what anger issues can cause, and then he'll get mad at me, kind of like threaten me. But it's up. I never took it to heart because I always knew that something good would come to my life, and so with that, I just never thought of it as a bad thing. I always thought of it as a learning experience, even though it was more on the line of he was just getting tied up on crap and wanted to set it straight with the only way he knew to do it, instead of taking that peaceful way of doing it and trying to talk to me about it and actually seeing if I would come to reasoning. My mom did that. She really believed in reasoning before violence, and she wouldn't use any violence. I mean, granted, she has thrown a brush at me, but that's more of a whole, hey, stop it. Because if she can't reach me to kind of like hold me and like be like, hey, knock her off, she'll be probably just to listen to me, to get my attention to where she can actually say something and I'll listen. Of course, I don't ignore my mother whenever she talks to me. I always respond. Though my sister would ignore her on purpose because she doesn't like what my mom's saying to do, like to clean, she'll get upset. My brother will get upset if he gets told to clean. Dang, wow, my internet connection sucks. But my little sister would get so upset whenever we had to clean, and I just got so mad at them because everybody else in this house does so much for them, yet they're not grateful. And then my sister says she's grateful for things, but the only way you could show that you're actually being grateful is to help out. I mean, of course they're not they're not gonna see that you're grateful if you just say, yeah, I'm grateful. I mean, you could say thank you. That would help. I mean, I'm sorry if I'm like saying that other people are stubborn and lazy, but if you're lazy, you're lazy. I'm not gonna tell you, I'm not gonna lie to you and say, oh, well, no, you're fine. If you're lazy, then I'm not gonna tell you that you're completely working. You get what I mean. I'm gonna tell you that you're not doing what you're supposed to. I've told my siblings that all the time because they'll just be sitting down while everybody else is doing things. And what really teases me off is that I'll see other people working, then I'll look at my siblings and I'll see them sitting there. But like I said earlier, I do love them with all my heart, and also they do things that help out. Like, they will actually, I don't remember, but I know what I was going to say, but I can't really remember also. So it's more on the lines of, they do help out. They have their way of helping, whether it's comedic relief or just working together on some situations. And I know that if I were in so much other people's situations, that I probably wouldn't be able to have that well of a support behind me, because, I mean, of course, I don't really have those kinds of problems, so I don't know how you would, like, deal with that. So props to you if you have those kind of problems and you deal with it on a daily. I mean, if you haven't broken down yet, I'm proud of you. You shouldn't succumb to the anger and sadness or depression that comes from it. But it's also not smart to hold those feelings in. If you are feeling something, you should really tell somebody. Because if you hold it in, later on, you're going to explode, and it's not going to be beautiful when you do, because there's going to be so many people hurt from it, and it's only going to make you worse. So if you're having those problems, you need to tell somebody. Because if you're like me, you don't want to hurt anybody, because you have that mindset that if you do this, it'll hurt somebody. Don't worry about that. That doesn't matter now. If you're being hurt by that person you don't want to hurt because they have problems and they're just putting them all on you, you should really talk to them. Don't be afraid to hurt their feelings, because of course my family members tell me if I have something on my mind to tell them. Of course my dad, he does get mad at me whenever I speak my mind. Because I do take it to heart whenever he says you need to speak your mind and speak up and not hold it in. I mean, of course, I have actually caused more problems with actually telling people what's going on, and I got so annoyed because I always thought that that's what he wanted me to do, and that is what he wanted me to do. That's what Mom wanted me to do. Of course, my mom would understand it and know where I'm coming from, because she always understood that people are going to say what they need to, and if you tell them to speak their mind, they're not going to go lightly on you if they actually do speak their mind. And they're going to tell you what's going on, because you're the one who allowed them to open up and actually say what was on your mind. And I think that if you're able to say things without actually getting people upset around you, I mean, granted, they may get upset, of course, but if they don't retaliate as in, what, no, and if they do actually understand and, like, listen to you without interrupting and, like, saying that that's not true. If you have people like that, you should always be grateful, because not many people in the world are actually like that. And I'm trying to change the world, but one person can do that. Not only one person. Of course, I'm gonna need help if I want to do something, but I don't like relying on my mom to buy me things. Because that also means that I am just using this situation to make everything worse. Well, okay, but it doesn't help that I've been looking for a job for 6 years and I don't really have one. I mean, I've been going around the neighborhood, like helping people now and then with their yard, but that's more of a weekly job instead of like a daily job. I've been looking for a job that I really love. I love working. I love interacting with people. I've tried to get a job at Publix. They hired at 14 whenever I was in South Carolina. And I really love the thought of actually being there with the people. Like, doing my job, being like, this is your total, and just like how much change you get, or like, being like, oh, how was your day? I'm sorry you heard that day. Don't worry, things will get better. And kind of like giving that reassured sound of things. Always like making people happy. I've always wanted to be that one person, like have a job that could take you out of depression, make you happier. I never wanted to be that one person that couldn't fix out because nothing was going for me. Because age always restricts you from so many things. And that's one problem with society. If you want to work, you shouldn't have to be older than you are to work. And those people who need a job to be able to pay for things in their life, if they have to go back to school, which they have to pay for before they can get a job, then of course they're going to get upset because if they need school to get them a job, then of course people who did not go to school or did go to school and didn't have a very good time with it are going to have trouble with that. And people that hold that against you in society are really bad people, because people who own jobs, of course, yes, they're going to be very cautious not to let much people that are too young to work in their store, because of course they can lose their business because of child labor. I'm not saying that it's child labor to let somebody young to work in your shop. I'm saying that if you're unwillingly making them work there, then it's child labor. But if they choose to get a job, then that's their choice. I mean, that shouldn't be something that gets taken away by society just because they have rules that they believe are good for people. There are a bunch of people who do not like relying on others. I'm one of those people who don't want to rely on anybody else to do things for me. But I kind of have to. Because if I wanted to do things, I'd have to go to other people, because to be honest, I don't have anything to do those things with. If I wanted to buy something, I'd always have to ask somebody else if they could get it for me. Unless I actually did get the chance to go to work for somebody else. And my grandfather kind of helped me with that. If he had a job and I wanted to work, I could go to him and ask. And it'd be so amazing to me, because my grandfather would just help me out. And if I wanted to work, then he would put me to work. He wouldn't just sit there and be like, oh, you're too young. No, he's an amazing person. My grandma also. My grandma is beautiful for her age. She's also she's very helpful when it comes to, like, just getting through your day. She's really good for her hugs, and she's also amazing to talk to. She'll understand the situation if you go to talk to her about a problem, because she does not like her grandchildren being treated like crap. She doesn't like her grandchildren going down the wrong path. So she tries to help. She will be there for you if you have a problem, and she wouldn't hold it against you if you did something wrong because the people were tearing at you. She would get upset. She'd be like, why are you letting them talk to you like this? Why are you letting them get underneath your skin? If you don't like it, then and you don't believe them, if it's not true, don't let it get you down, because if you know it's not true, then why are you letting them, what they say, tear you down? I mean, I'm not gonna, like I said, I care about what people say about me, but even though I have anger issues, I've been getting really good at taking care of it, because if I didn't, I would have been kicked out of school a while ago. And right now, I need school to do what I love the most. Because getting a job at video game designing is not really going to help me if I don't have any schooling behind it. I know I've been rambling on for about an hour now, but anybody, if they had the chance to talk to people around the world about what's going on, they have the chance, I'm sure, to use it. I'm not saying that it's bad, I'm not saying that I'm saying that people will do it. No! Oh well. Well, that's all for now, stream. I love you guys. Thank you for your support. Please leave a like and comment on the video. Also subscribe to my channel. Love you guys and freak out.